Hey guys, so welcome to the first proper video on STTV show. I've mainly just been focusing, of course, on all the vlogs and stuff on Sam's television, and then recently I moved all the stuff over to Sam's TV Vloggity. Both links I'll put up here. This channel is mainly going to be about topical debates, information videos, stuff like that. And yeah, so we're starting today. So today, guys, in STTV show, I want to talk about this whole thing about legal highs and drug taking in general. The reason for this is recently, within this week, a number of UCD students, which is University College Dublin students, were taken into hospital after apparently taking this concoction of drugs known as Scuzz. What the current knowledge of what Scuzz is it's basically amphetamines and LSD combined together into a pill form and then taken. But I just have an article here from yesterday, the 16th of May. It has basically just been said that it was not Scuzz that these students took. There were 7 of them admitted to the hospital. Apparently it was a concoction of different drugs, but it wasn't contained in one pill, so it wasn't Scuzz. The funny thing was that the students from UCD who were actually admitted to the hospital were veterinary and medical students. Of all the students who, you know, might take drugs, might just try drugs once or something like that, generally you wouldn't think it'd be medical or veterinary students, especially the medical students, because I think it's part of the course where they actually go over about the harmful effects of drugs. But no, they still thought, yeah, let's take it. Although, of course, it wasn't Scuzz. Any concoction of drugs can cause a heart attack, it can kill you, cardiac arrest, etc. So generally, I just wanted then to make this video and then just kind of just talk about this whole thing in Ireland right now of drug taking. Now, let me be straight first. I don't take drugs. I don't intend taking drugs. I don't smoke or anything like that. Like I drink alcohol sometimes, not very much. You can ask anyone that knows me. It is very rare I ever actually drink alcohol. But I mean, alcohol, some people consider a drug, but it's not really. Not in terms of what we're talking about today. But yeah, I don't smoke, I don't take drugs, I have no intention of taking drugs, and thankfully all the people I surround myself with don't take drugs either. But there are people that do, and it's a rising problem in Ireland at the moment that there's these people just taking drugs around my age, and I'm 19, nearly 20. And they're taking them much younger than this. And the problem is for me that it annoys me, because I don't get why. I don't get why people have to do this. Why people have to take all these mixtures of things. You know, let me put it this way. I don't go to nightclubs. I don't like the idea of nightclubs. I don't like them in general. I think if I'm going to go out, and go consume some sort of alcohol, like a beer or like, I don't know, a cocktail, or I don't know, something like vodka and coke, something like, yeah, no, something normal. I'm not going out to some sort of weird, like, unique place that sells these extravagant things from all over the world or something like that. But if I'm going to go out and get a drink, I'm not going to go to a nightclub, because I don't need to go. I don't need to pay the admission fee into the place, and then I don't need to go and pay the astronomical prices that a lot of these places charge. Yeah, I know, there are some nights at which you can get all stuff for like $2.50 and all that, and yeah, that's cheaper than the pub. But I prefer to go to the pub because, honestly, I just want to go have a drink. I want to socialise. If I'm there with Shannon, my girlfriend, or anyone, I'm not going there to go crazy. And, you know, thankfully the people I surround myself with don't like them particularly either. You know, there are occasions where you have to go. I have had to go recently. And I don't mind. I'm going with Shannon, and I mean, we can just bounce off each other and get through the night, you know. So, but why I'm saying this is because the most frightening thing is, and it's hit me before, but it really hit me when this article came out about the UCD students taking Scuzz, or supposedly taking it. The frightening thing is that the Garda didn't know how this stuff was taken. They didn't know if it was in a pill. They didn't know if it was crushed up and snorted. They didn't know if it was snuck into drinks. And that's that is the really frightening thing about this, is the fact that no one actually knows how this thing was taken. Now, since the stuff has come out saying that it probably wasn't Scuzz, it was generally just a concoction, it was just different things taken, not all in the one capsule, so to speak. The really frightening thing is, though, it's really scary to think that there are people out there who have no idea what way these things are taken. People who are in a role of authority, a role of keeping order, and a role of trying to keep all this stuff at bay, and unfortunately they don't even know what way this stuff is taken. And that's what's scary, because I don't go to nightclubs, but a fear for me when I go there is something happens. Something gets stuck in my drink, something gets offered to me. Now, I'm not stupid enough to take something that's offered to me, but I think, like, if anyone watching this drinks, could be people watching this that take drugs, whether they're legal highs or all the obviously classed drugs like cocaine and LSD and ecstasy and all that. I'd just be very concerned about the people I care about taking drugs and stuff happening to them, you know? And the reason for that is because I care about them. And I know they don't want to do this stuff, but there's a thing called peer pressure. And unfortunately, at the age that I'm at, and slightly younger, and then again going into a couple of years older than me, there is this huge amount of peer pressure to which people in your social circle, or generally even people who are surrounding you but not exactly your friends, they talk about taking all this and smoking that and injecting this and all that stuff, and the peer pressure is put on you because they're saying, I'm having all this great fun, look at all these pictures I took at this nightclub where I'm completely off my head on cocaine, and I'm going crazy, and it looks fantastic. You know, this is what they're saying. And I'm not saying that their photos don't look good, you know, but at the same time, there is immensely harmful effects coming from drugs. There is a hell of a lot of bad things happen. Generally, not even just saying because you took the drugs, but taking the drugs and then going off and like attacking people. I mean, that does happen. There has been many stories of this happening in Ireland. You know, there's like, and the thing is, a lot of people tie it down to alcohol. They think, ah, he had a few drinks, he's probably just gone off and killed someone. When they look at the toxicology results, they realise that this person actually had a mixture of alcohol and drugs. Generally. That's what happens. There are two types of drunk, so to speak. There are ones that attack people, and there are those that are kind of like sleepy. You know, like people that get angry and people that just fall asleep. And, you know, when you mix that alcohol consumption with drug taking, you're creating some sort of monster. I'm just always very fearful of stuff being offered to me, or, you know, suggested that I take it, and I'm never going to take it. I have no falter on peer pressure. I will not fall into a trap and take something, and God knows what happens. But for me, the concern really is the people I care about. I'm not saying they would take anything. I'm not saying they're stupid enough to accept something that was offered to them in a nightclub or anywhere. I mean, I'm not even saying pubs are completely safe. They're more safe. It could be offered anywhere, and I'm not saying they're stupid enough to take it, but say it was slipped into something. It could even be slipped into mine. You wouldn't know. You've drank the whatever you're drinking, and it's in there, and it takes the effect on you, and that's it. Like, then you've taken the stuff. Unknowingly taken it, but you've taken it. And I'm always concerned that will happen to someone I care about. I'm very wary for, like, the possibility that, like, Shan would take something not willingly. You know, she wouldn't be like, oh, here, do you want some white powder? And she'd be like, oh yeah, give it to me. No. I'm saying I'm very wary because the most frightening thing is these things can be given to you without you even knowing. You know, that is the scary thing, that you could easily go to a nightclub, right? You may not like it, but you're going because you have to go to something. Right? And say me and Shan went. And one of us, if not both of us, could have been spiked in our drinks with all these drugs. Or some drug, or something like that anyway. And that is the most frightening thing, is that these there are people that are so clever that they just spike your drinks with stuff, drugs, whatever. And that's what's frightening. With this whole thing, what I'm saying is, this whole thing with Scuzz has brought up a kind of a fight in my own mind, thinking, these people are incredibly stupid, and who the hell takes these drugs? Who the hell takes any kind of drugs? Because it really gets on my nerves. My tolerance of people that take drugs is very low. Very low, if not non-existent. Because I just don't see why they have to do it. It's the same thing with people that drink excessive amounts of alcohol to have fun and to enjoy themselves. I don't know why they have to do it. Because, to me, you don't have to do that to have fun. You can have fun regardless. It's kind of frightening to think that people actually have to drink themselves senseless or take drugs so their mind is completely inhibited to have fun and enjoy themselves. That is the most frightening thing. The most frightening thing. That's more frightening than someone slipping something into your drink, or my girlfriend's drink, or anything like that. That's more frightening than all that. Because the psychology of someone has to think that they have to take all these drugs, drink all this alcohol, all to just have fun, and then forget it the next day. Forget it the next day. They don't even remember it the next day. That's incredibly frightening, because what the hell? Why? How would you enjoy yourself in the moment, but then after, there's nothing left. You can't even remember half it. You couldn't even remember any of it, maybe. You know, and that's what's frightening. It's incredibly frightening that, people I care about, and my girlfriend who I love and all that. It's incredibly frightening to think that, God forbid, something happened to her, that something got slipped in her drink, and you'd never know. Because these people are extremely clever in getting this stuff into your drinks, because I don't know why they do it. I really don't. I don't, because they sell this stuff for money, and then suddenly they just start putting this stuff in your drink. And they're not selling that, they're just spiking people's drinks for fun. And I'm wondering why. But look, guys, anyway, I just wanted to obviously start off STTV show, and I thought that this topic was quite relevant recently in Irish media because of the fact that this whole Scuzz drug mixture has come out. And although, as I said, on the 16th, which was only yesterday, it was released that it wasn't actually Scuzz. Scuzz is an existent drug concoction on Irish streets. It is existent. It just wasn't taken by these students, but it is known to the Garda that it does exist. And I just wanted to make the video because it is very relevant at the moment. And I just want to express my opinion. And this is the thing with STTV show. It's a little bit different from me just giving you all this information, statistics, all this stuff. Obviously I give you some, as I have. But what's different about it is I give you my opinion, and then it's your opportunity to give your opinion back. Reflection through a video response, a comment, anything on any social media. All the links are down below in the description, and of course comment box down there as well, because I want to express my opinion because I'm entitled to it. But then again, you guys are entitled to yours, and especially if there's anyone out there that actually takes drugs, whether they're legalized, so bath salts and all that new psychoactive substances and all that stuff, or they take class drugs like ecstasy and cocaine and heroin and all that stuff, extreme drugs, really. I would love if you gave your response and your reason for taking this stuff, or if you're just someone that just has an opinion on it. I'd love to hear your opinion, because you are entitled to your own. Everyone's entitled to their own, and this is just mine. I just documented it in a video, and I've made it a topical discussion for you guys to have some feedback on. So with that is the format of STTV show. That is the end of the first one. So hopefully you have enjoyed it, and hopefully you will stick around. If that is the case, little subscribe fella, little button down there, he's down there. He's a pretty cool guy. If you click him, he will bring you back here every time there's a new video uploaded. He will notify you of such videos being uploaded. Also, there is the like button down there. If you liked this video and you thought it was a good and interesting opinion of mine and a good video, just basically giving you some details and in my opinion on this whole kind of rise of taking drugs and stuff in Ireland. It has been around for years, but lately it's hitting a lot of media sources about the rise in it, and especially lately with the whole Scuzz panic that was striking a lot of UCD students after 7 of them got admitted to hospital. So if you don't mind, just click them, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video. And we shall see what the topic is then. With But don't worry guys, I am going to make a schedule of topics that I will talk about, and I will have it up. But probably it'll be after the next video, because this is only starting, so we'll see how it goes from here on. But thanks for watching guys, and hopefully I will see you next time. And don't forget to leave your comments below, and all social medias that are down in the description box below. Leave your feedback and your opinions on the topic of drugs in Ireland, and the recent news on Scuzz. So thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you next time. See you guys. Later.